So today we're going to be doing my tier list for the Fusion World Set 2 leaders. With the new ban list active, things have changed quite a lot. But I really wanted to show you guys, because I haven't yet, my pre-ban list tier list. This tier list still is active for the online client, technically, for about 1 more week. But of course, if you've seen other tier lists, you know Top Crew is number 1. Extremely fast, extremely potent. What I put in the high tier was characters that were able to counter decently 50-50 of the time Top Crew. And so that was Zamasu, Vegeta, and Beerus being the number 1 counter for Top Crew. And then in the mid tier, I had a lot of the greens, being the Android, Broly, as well as Cell. I have Trunks here, not in high tier. I just didn't see good enough results for the Trunks to be high tier. And then we have the other red characters that can use Kefla as the system. I do think that Gohan was the bottom of the green. And green should be higher because obviously they are really good. And you'll see them be pushed up higher with the current ban list. Then I have Goku Black here. Essentially what this tier list was is, if it versed Top Crew, how well did it do compared to the others? And with Goku Black needing to awaken really, really fast, that's just really counteractive against the Top Crew. Gohan's ability wasn't as good as the other green characters at this point. And then we have the yellow Vegeta and Frieza. And then at the bottom tier, we have Ginyu and Cooler. So now we're going to be ranking with the current ban list. This is my predictions, because it's too early technically to decide what is the best so far. So with this current ban list, it has made things quite interesting, where there's actually a true, in a general sense, rock, paper, scissors, where usually blue will beat yellow, yellow will beat green, green will generally beat blue. So this is going to be a crazy tier list here. I do think, though, Ginyu still is the worst leader, unfortunately. It's still like 50-50 in order to win against every single battle. So I do think that the Ginyu is at the bottom. And I'm going to put Cooler in there as well. Although Cooler still could be usable, and you could argue low tier. Just nobody's going to be using him, so I'm just going to pin him in the bottom tier in that sense. So where does Top Q lay now from being top tier? I do think he's on the weaker side of red, without Ribrianne, an easy double strike, and without Roshi to help him accelerate, and without multiple Keflas. I actually do think he is mid tier. Nobody is really using him. His leader ability is still very, very good. And I think we're going to be moving forward with him being like a tall board instead of a wide board with the release of set 3. But right now, it just doesn't have enough support in order to keep him afloat. And I think the better leader right now is Super Saiyan Blue Goku. He still has access to that 1 extra Kefla, and he has access to the 1 cost Frieza, which allows him to do 25 swings. Generally, just a different way of getting 25 swings on for 1 cost. And if Yellow's super prominent still, I think Beerus is still going to be high tier. He can counter a lot of the yellow Frieza stuff. Even with the protection of blue Vegeta for yellow, Beerus should be very decent on that matchup. But because of the lack of Keflas, the potency is a little bit less. So I wouldn't put it in the top tier. I don't think any reds are in top tier. Now, I'll probably put Super Saiyan Goku in the low tier. I'm not entirely too sure, but I think it is going to be performing a little bit worse for sure in the later days, compared to God Goku in set 3. So I'm going to put Super Saiyan Goku in the low tier. Somebody has to go there, and I think Super Saiyan Goku probably has the best chance. So those are my red rankings. Let's finish up yellow here. I think Frieza is still probably top tier. Being able to restand is super strong regardless. And of course, with a lot of greens present, then Yellow Frieza has that aggressiveness with the Frieza army stuff. I think Vegeta still has a good chance to be top tier, but I think overall it will perform a little bit worse than the Frieza. So I'm going to put it high tier. I think Frieza is the better leader. I think though it is very, very close. I just see the Frieza army package just being a little bit better for even the blue matchup compared to Vegeta's extra card abilities. So those are my yellow rankings there. Then I want to do green. A lot of the greens are just going to be top tier. I think, though, what stands probably the best is Androids. Androids is what I think is the fastest ramper that can go wide as well. They have a lot of options and still access to all of the 8 costs. And being able to be a 30,000 swing, it is super, super strong. And I still think Gohan is going to be on the lower side, but I still think he's very, very good. So I will be putting him in high tier. Green is just very prominent without Topku really just, abusing them. So I think I'm going to put Gohan in the high tier. And it's tough to say for Cell and Broly if I want to put them in top tier or high tier. For now, I'm going to be putting them in the high tier. I just don't see anything wrong with them at this current moment. They all have their benefits. Broly's better in the yellow matchup, and then Cell is better in the blue matchup with the healing potential. And Broly can still heal, so I'm actually going to just put him in the top tier. Sure. And now for the blues. So I think Vegeta is universally going to be top tier versus all of the matchups. He does the best. And I'm also going to be putting Merge Zamasu up here as well. There's a lot of top tiers, but because it's rock, paper, scissors, you can't really... There's technically no top tier, but they're all just like floating around, countering each other. Merge Zamasu's got the defensive capabilities rather than the aggressive, which is more annoying with yellow. And the heal ability comes in clutch versus green as well. Then we're going to rank Trunks because they essentially use the same cards. I'm going to put him in high tier still. I don't know if he belongs in top tier because a lot of the greens are there, and I think his ability is a little bit less useful versus green per se. But if you want to put him in top tier, I think you can make him work for sure. You just got to do a lot of Pilaf loops, and it's a bit longer, which, I mean, if they can heal, it gets a little bit too long and annoying. And then finally, Goku Black. I think he's definitely one of the stronger ones against green. He can pull out the 6 cost really quickly, and it can get really aggressive. This is just a prediction, so I don't know how fast he can really beat Android 17, 18. Because once they get their big stuff, then you just have to use Zeno to clear the board. I think he can be in top tier. Yellow Frieza has an answer to the Goku Black as well, being the 6 cost Frieza, Golden Frieza, which I think they run like multiple now. So it's definitely very, very scary. But just to even out the board, I'll just go like this. And I'm pretty happy with that, truth be told. And this is just a prediction. I know there's a lot of top tiers, high tiers, but until I get more info, this is what I got so far. So hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in the next video as always. Peace.